What's up, dude? Too lazy to fold your clothes. You're a bachelor, who cares? Let's see. All right, change it from top fans to, I want to see all the chat. There it is over there. Cool. Yeah, dude. I figure I'm going to be in the garage anyway for a while, putting this thing back together so I can get it out of here. So why not go live? The neck light was, sticker price was 100, on sale for 80, and then I get 15% off of that. And like it's legit as soon as I can remember where the button is. Where's the button? There's the button. I've got it on upside down. That would be the problem. But like it's, then you can dim or brighten it. So it's good to have family members that work at the store. So I get to stack that on top of the discount. So we got the inside nice and clean. That bearing works really good. The other bearing is good, but it's got a little bit of grab. So when we're putting it back together for good, we will we'll clean it some more. But I mean, that's like a whole lot better than it was when I pulled it off the other day. The bad thing is you're not going to be able to see me when I'm down here. Although that might be the good thing. Let's see. Let's get this in there. Holy shit. That heater right next to my leg, man. Standard bearings you can buy wherever you can. Yeah. I'm more concerned with having to heat that up and then freeze the bearings and get them in. Or not really get them in, get those out. But we'll pick that up. All right, we'll go like low heat now. That's the bottom. Fairly, you got some pull. Yeah, I'd have to get the a slide hammer puller thingy majigger. Go on. Oh, that slid on just nice. I'm like a mechanic now or something. 12s. Jesse, you're cool. I can't say that too loud because other people might hear it. Yeah, yeah, we noticed that Tay-Tay's doing nothing and he's not here, right? What are you saying? Get the pullers and then sell the pullers to Tay-Tay after I use them? And I'm pretty sure nobody else is wasting their time by coming and watching me work on a car, but to anybody that doesn't know, Taylor is one of our good friends. He'll figure out that we're here. Let's go over here, get an Ugga Dugga. Yeah, you know, I gotta be honest, guys. Yeah, that's not gonna work. These mats are kind of cool. Like, I talked so much crap about them. And I've got 2 of them. Oh, let's turn my lights on. That's so cool. I think the proper amount of torque for these is 1.5 Uggas. maybe a Dugga. Yeah, the Harbor Freight magnetic mats. You like the one you talked? Did you get one too, Jesse? Did you buy one of the Harbor Freight mats? Sweet. Jason, if you want, next time I have a vehicle that runs and I can get to Harbor Freight, I can pick you one up. Just in case they disappear again from availability. I can pick you one up and hold it for you till you get here. Maybe even hold it hostage to make you come. Giggity. I'm sorry, I cost you money. Man, all of y'all cost me money. What are you talking about? You should fix the truck. I mean, I'm over here trying to take this thing to the scrap heap. And y'all are like, no, you should Busa swap it. Hey, I also need a 10 millimeter if one of you guys wants to go grab that for me. It's right over there in that red toolbox. Damn it. Let's see. I really would like to figure out if people actually enjoy watching me struggle here and actually start watching the lives. I would love to figure out how to get a camera on this side of the car. Like up there or there so that you can see this side. Because as it stands, I'm over here, and when I pull this in to actually do the transmission, I'm going to be on that side again, so like you can't see it. So when I'm over here scratching my butt, you can't see it. If you were closer, we'd there were beers, meals, should talk. Well, freaking move, man. You could have been here, but you were like, let me buy my tiny ass apartment. And my tiny little garage. Could have been here. And then you, me, and Jesse, or you, me, and Taylor could have got a warehouse and just slept in the warehouse with like space for 215 K trucks or like 3 regular trucks. And then Jesse could have come and visited. Okay, that's gonna cross thread. Yeah, whatever, we'll figure that out later. Yeah. Whatever, we'll just leave that like there for now. Buy something of property before you turn 35 for tax reasons. What would be the tax reasons? This is a good angle. With the widescreen, it makes me look skinny. Like a drug addict. That's what I need, right? Is that what I need? Yeah, that's what I need. These 3. word to the wise, the speedometer doohickey thing is very fragile, so if you do end up taking yours off, be very careful that you don't break it, because then you will be in the fetal position crying. Are you typing slow, or did I lose connection? Or did you get bored and leave? Because that, I wouldn't blame you either. Charge me 15% of the purchase prices and tax. Working on your seat. How's that coming along, Jesse? Like, I couldn't understand those pictures you were sharing, like what was going on with it. All right. That's all there. That one's definitely cross-threaded, but we'll figure that out later. Where's the big bolt? There's the big bolt. The foam and holes and seat covers. Okay, good. Good. Grabbed a 19, grabbed a big bolt, put the shock back on because I totally have never forgotten to put a shock back on before. Can I do this without the jack? Oh my God, nope. Can you hear me now? Wonder if this thing's gonna die. Let me plug this into some battery juice. All right, the audio is gonna be kind of distant for a while it's charging. Can you hear me now? I think you can, because I'm seeing a change. Quick poll, should I put it back together the right way so that I can drive it in fourth if I need to, even though I still have to fix the valve cover? Or do I just leave it like this so that it's easier for when I do actually get parts in, whenever that is? Talk amongst yourselves while I move stuff around. It's trash. I did get the steering wheel bushing. Case of emergency. God damn it. You suck, Jason. Good idea, you know, because of emergencies. So much to have to put back together, though. And I mean, you guys know what my thoughts were while we were on that plane ride, so like emergencies don't really faze me much anymore. So gross. Okay. That's got to go over there. That's got to go over there. And that means I also have to put these sensors back in. I don't remember which one goes where. You sure I gotta put this back together, Jason? Not liking you right now, dude. Let's see. Pictures. Did I stop? I don't want to create a movie this time. Nope. So the crunchy one is blue, and that goes at the top. Crunchy blue one goes up at the top. It's very important that we remember that none of this shit is torqued down. So if I have an emergency, I'm going to end up having an even bigger emergency probably. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put these sensors in here. And I am not going to put this thing back together all the way. right there. Got a message for him because he was talking about he was going to have to send him the replacement ones back since the first set finally showed up. Hasn't though. I was gonna see if you wanted me to take the other set that came in and do like a giveaway, follow him for a chance to win. Like do a video of the Tiny Tech tool organizers he sent me that I bought, and then at the end of the video have some like giveaway thing. But I'm sure they don't cost that much to make, but he's got time in designing it, he's got time in shipping and magnets. Building's not that expensive, but I would imagine making all three of these with two different colors probably takes a little time. Alright. Lower radiator core support, also lower radiator core support. The only part we still need is the upright that the hood latch connects to. So, got plenty of parts for the bow guy to keep us occupied since I don't have a vehicle to drive. Just like Jesse always reminds himself, the brown thing in the black hole. What? Valor, what's up, man? Any tips on what to look out for beyond the usual stuff? Well, It's Woot will tell you not to get one that is made by Subaru. What would I tell you to look out for? Let me ask you a couple questions first. Do you want a round eye, or do you want one of the newer ones? Do you want a KS4, KS3, KS4, or do you want one of the newer TT, which has like the front area so that you can have airbags or whatever it is safety-wise that they put in those? Which ones are we talking about? because that will change my response. '95 to '98. All right, so this is a '91. '95 to '98 is going to get you closer to what some of our good friends have. If at all possible, records of maintenance. You're still going to have to do all the maintenance as soon as you get it. So you're going to want to do a timing belt. You're going to want to do the water pump. You're going to want to do a coolant flush, an oil flush, transmission, manual transmission flush. Stay away from the ECVTs. They are horrible. They're powder clutch systems. They're trash. You're going to want to go with manual transmission. If you can get proof that the suspension's not blown out, that would be great. If you can get proof that brake pads or rotors are in decent shape, because that's kind of pricey. Rust along the bottom of the back sail panel, or whatever we call that, and the bed is a good common place for rust on these. You're going to want to know what the front end looks like. Check the condition of the turn signals, all that kind of good stuff, because those parts are slowly no longer in production. Kilometers, how many kilometers does it have? The lower the better. But just realize that the trucks were disposable. The Japanese culture was to drive these until they couldn't be driven anymore and then trash them. So, if you're looking at trucks, less kilometers is much better. Vans are usually pretty well kept. All your body panels are going to be very hard to acquire. So if you see one that you really, really like, but it's got a gigantic dent on the front, just know you're probably not getting that piece to replace it. And then just dive in head first and, have antidepressant medicine and cry yourself to sleep at night like I do. That should help you. And make sure you're subscribed and you follow and you like and comment and all the things and the stuff and the things. Because I need to get monetized on YouTube so that I can keep this piece of running. Alrighty, let's lower this down. Jesse, would you like to tell them about replacement windshields? They're very hard to get, they're very expensive to get, and if you happen to have a Honda Acti and your screen name is It's Route 1791, when you do get it a few months later, they will break it at Safelight and have to get you another one. But yes, you can get them, they're pricey. I would opt for one that doesn't have a broken windshield, honestly. Jason's good on, Jason, drop your Instagram. Dutch sandbar. I was in that group for a while, but then I realized I don't need to be right now. So one less group to have to worry about. Doesn't lift up enough, so I have to go side to side at first. course, good sir. Waiting to please. Generally. Piece of shit. Well, let's take this off for a minute because that's kind of heavy. All right. We're going to play musical vehicles here for a second. It's raining. Super, it's raining. So, let's put that inside. Instead of leaving it out here. Those can sit there. Man, once I put this WRX in, I'm not going to have half as much space as I do right now. All right, please wait while I go get keys to move one of the vehicles. This way you can hear me bitch, moan, and grunt. I want to make sure I don't take anything away from the experience. That's the song. Jacob, what's up, man? We just sort of put the sandbar back together. I'm now getting ready to push it out of the garage and then push the WRX in the garage so I can work on that while we wait 5 to 6 weeks probably for parts for this piece of crap. So you're just in time to hear me have a slight heart attack. This will be super fun for everyone except me. Let's see. What am I doing first? If I can get this a running start, I can get it up the hill. And then I can WR it, and then, yeah, we'll try that. This is gonna go horrible. But since I have a parking brake, oh hey, I found cream soda. Or a bottle of piss. Okay. Oh, you mother bitch. Are you in gear? Son of a bitch. We're in gear, guys. We're in gear. Anybody know the secret sauce to get it not in gear? Where's my damn headlights? Jesse, shut the hell up. Hondas have problems too, damn it. That's why they have service departments. Where is the thing? Which one engages fifth gear? Oh, well, that's cool. That's an awkward sensation. I don't that's doing. I feel like that's not doing a damn thing. Nope. Nope. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, let's like not roll out with the damn thing. Technical lodge. This would be so much cooler if I could like put the WRX with, I don't know, a mini truck. Wouldn't that be ideal? You'll be seeing a little more heart attack here in just a second. Where's the key? This damn steering's gonna lock on me. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Okay. Do I have a thingy on the wheel? No. I'm just doing it. Oh, son of a bitch. That is so much heavy. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. This is cool. I swear to God, you all better be subscribed. 19. So, I totally came in here to answer that question that you asked after I came in here. Not because I'm having a heart attack. Someone found me a supercharged motor and transmission for $800 in New York. I don't have fuel injection in that sandbar, and I'm not going through the hell of changing that all out. So I will most likely not be going that route. I also do not want to do a whole transmission change, and I also don't want to buy that, open it up. I don't give a shit if it's rolling away. Fuck you. And, you know, just, if I open it up and fifth gear's trash in that, then I'm just out. And I don't have the budget for this. So I'm going to work towards just getting parts that I know are good, and we'll just do fifth gear in it and send it on its happy way. Instead of the supercharged with, I realized if that was a non-supercharged EFI model, that would make a little more sense. But that's carbureted, which means there's nothing to control the EFI, as far as I know. And it's still an unknown condition motor and unknown condition transmission going into a truck that I know what's been done to the motor and I know what's been done to the transmission. I don't know. I think it's like, love the one you're with, or some BS like that. I don't think I'm gonna put the carpet back down under this. And I'm kind of thinking like I don't even want this thing under there right now. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna stall a little more. Spacing. That's probably good. So much bigger than the sandbar. Sounds like Pop Rocks. It's raining outside, as you can tell. Is this enough space? It better be, because I'm not going in and out again. That's enough to get in and out of that. That'll be up there. That's enough to get behind it. That's enough to make me hate my life up here. That's enough that the DJI got it. I don't trust untested car parts. So usually, amen. Amen. Like, I would love to have a supercharged sandbar. I really would. Because that thing's slow as hell. But not at the expense of spending more money than I would have to get something that I don't know if it's good. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta get that over there. This is gonna be great. So much fun. Check out my super cool key. It's called a key port. You can open and close it. It's got a flashlight. It's even got the logo on it. All right. So can you really say that you're 15K deep in a Genesis you bought for 36? Or at this point, do you have to say you're 18,600 deep in a Genesis? It's same, but different. Super. So, how's everybody doing today? Oh, that paint is ass. Try to get some water off of this thing. I have one guy that keeps hitting me up for parts. He's like, hey, do you have these? Yes, I do, but I need them. Hey, do you have this? Yes, I do, but I need that too. Maybe sooner or later he will need a part that I can actually hook him up with. Let's see if I can start a fire by putting it there. Yes, that is a Rogue weight rack. It's used a lot. Right now it's being used for the blower. I screwed up my hand like 3 months ago, and so I've just in the last week started to be able to lift weights again. And I am feeling so weak. All right, so let's talk about what we have to do on this car. And what you, oh, that's hot. Yeah. So there's no motor. So that's a something. This has to be replaced. I've got them sitting right there. So that's got to get cut off and put back in. Again, a motor would be solid. U-joint for the shifter doohickey majigger. I got a new U-joint in there. I've got a new short shifter from Carboy. I've got shifter bushings. Then the rear main seal and the main seal for the rear diff can go in. Then I can put the drive shaft that's buried somewhere over there back in the car. Then I can go get the exhaust. Part of it's up there. The other part's in the shed. I can get that out and I can mount the exhaust back on it. Still don't have a motor. At that point, I can put the interior back together. It's almost together as it sits, but put the last little bit in there. Button the inside up, except for a stereo. I can do some body work on that C-pillar on this side that has a little bit of damage. A little bit of fiberglass repair on the probably eBay spoiler. At some point I can get the rear tint off the back glass. I will probably just have a buddy come and pull the back glass out for me to do that, because it will be a whole lot easier to pull it, get the tint off, and then re-tint it that way, and just have him put it back in. Paint work that's got to be done in certain places. It's going to get wrapped in a certain color. Brakes need to be done. Brake fluid, all the fluids, which that'll have new oil in it, but new transmission fluid, new diff fluid, brake fluid, power steering, get the AC hooked all up. probably some other stuff in there, and then maybe it'll be ready to fire it up and go get it tuned. We'll find out. I still have to get my buddy to come and do the paperwork on it so I can go pick up the title. It's just not been a priority since it's been outside. But yeah, I can't go anywhere anyway, so might as well have him come do that. What else? Still need a new turbo for this motor because the turbo I have, obviously, when the bearing spun, the metal from that got into the turbo. We don't want to cook the turbo and have to go through this crap all over again. New injectors, new plugs. Got to get some stuff powder coated for the motor before the motor can go back in. Yeah. You're exactly right about paint versus wrap. I will be wrapping it myself, probably cussing and screaming, but it'll be on the channel, so you guys can all yell and laugh at me in real time. Yeah. I do have a wide body kit as well, but there's no rust on the quarters on this car. So I'm tempted not to do the wide body. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this bitch is in. I guess I will go ahead and start putting it on jack stands. Because why not? Let's see. Is this... Cool, not pee. Okay. I think. Let's make sure our little thingies are back here. Yep. Take the hood scoop off, park a new car under the hood scoop, reinstall the hood scoop, and be done with it. I like the way you think. You should hang out more with us because the rest of them are all a-holes and talk crap to me. You fit right in, sir. Love it. Okay, let's see. Close. Shh. Yeah, that'll work. Oh. All right, please don't die. Cool. But like, we know we're superior than everybody else, so like, that's why we engage in it, right? Like, it's not some boring Honda. Shots fired. It's not some boring, dependable Honda. Come on, you. Who would want to live like that? And would anybody like to give me one? Preferably an S2000. With my luck, somebody would give me a damn Ridgeline. And I'd still drive the shit out of it. Tow rig. Yeah, the interior of a Honda Acti apparently is nothing but liquid fart, according to Jesse, who just cleaned his out. This is hard work, man. Which one of you guys wants to get me a lift? At least I could put on my LinkedIn profile that I'm good on my knees. What? Okay. This is too much damn work, man. Ew, gravel, dude. Yeah, but where do you live, man? Where do you live? That you're doing it on gravel. Like, I'm just expecting you to say something like Washington. Man, Jesse, you ain't never ran in your life. But thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna get this piece of Ohio. Oh, that's... Dude. You just deserve like a bulletproof garage. Yeah. I think we're gonna get this thing up on jack stands and then I'm gonna be done with it for the day, I think. If I can get this, get this all the way up at the top of the jack stands. Which that hurt. Just like Jason. If I could only get another 6 inches, this would be great. That's it. Jacob, we obviously talk crap to each other. So the motor is being reworked now. It is currently sitting below the screen. Let me bring this down. There it is right there. So far, we've split the case. We've done new bearings, polished the rod. Hold on, let me breathe. We've done new bearings. We've put it back together. We've reassembled. We have the long block, okay? I have a new oil pump, new water pump. We have Bison. I would love to replace the intake and exhaust plastic gears with the cast ones. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Depends on how much time I have. I have a new oil pump, or not oil pump, oil warmer to put on here that just came in. I still need to do the turbo. I need all new exhaust gaskets so I can mount the header. Probably need a clutch and flywheel. If I had to guess motor alone, giving it $1,500 for a turbo, another $1,000 for a clutch and flywheel, I'm gonna say like $300 to $3,500 worth to get this motor back to good. That said, I then can get it into the car, and I probably transmission should be good. Everything else should be fine, but it's gonna have to be tuned again as soon as it goes together. I don't know. I'm guessing $300 to $3,500 to get the motor right. What do you think? Car's also going to need tires before it can ride. Brakes are probably somewhat okay, but I'm not putting it on the road without decent brakes that I know work. I think after it sits like this, I can probably jack the back end of the car up a little more because it looks like it's now sitting like that a little bit, which lifting the front would have lowered the back a little bit, which means that the jack can now lift it more, which if I had a lift would not be an issue. I'm not K-swapping this damn car. You can. You're another damn account for Jesse, aren't you? That's what the, yeah, you are. It's Woot 2.0. Yeah, maybe it could be K-swap for that, but I'm a Subaru fan. I like the EJ sound that you get from unequal length headers on an EJ25. That's my jam. So, and once it's back together and like, that's ripped. Once it's back together and driving, like I'm not going to be hard on it. I'll probably autocross it a couple times. At like some Subi Fest events, but I'm not going to do anything ridiculous. K-Series is in a sideways force on this. You won't have to pull the motor every 15K. True, but if you're not pulling the motor every 15K, how do you know that the motor's still all there? That's all I got, bro. That's not cold. That was not cold. Where's the cold one? That one's not cold. That one's cold. It is beer time because it is 3:13. Amazon did not bring my throttle cable lubrication tool. I'm not messing with it now because it's sitting outside in the rain. So, yeah. Somewhere is the hood prop for this thing, which would be great to reinstall. There it is. Oh, 100%. This doesn't go right in. I think these went like that. No. These went like, no. How the hell did these go? They were like that maybe. And then they came over. We'll just take the hood off again at some point. All right, so next steps on this car, I could go ahead and take the headlights, day trim, and swap the good lenses onto the JDM style housings that I have. So that's one thing I can work on. I can go ahead work on getting that off. That's going to probably require that Milwaukee band file that I want, so that I can, get out the spot welds. Then I can work on getting these in it. I can work on the damage on the C-pillar, and I'll work on the underside of it. But that will not be on lives. That will be recordings, so that I can publish some long format and some stuff. Thank you very much, sir. These are the RPF ones, just like I have on the sandbar. This car had some black inky Kojin? Yeah, Kojins on it. Sold them for $400. This whole shell with no motor and no exhaust was $700. Some very good folks helped crowdsource some money to get this, because the red one sitting outside is a rusted out shell. So we had $400 raised, $700 to purchase this car, $400 made on the wheels. So that car out there has no wheels on it, but we moved these over here. So we're up $100, I guess technically. Really not feeling like we're up $100, but I guess technically, if I had to say, we were up $100. Once I get the shifter stuff all done, then I can button up the interior. Then we got the center gauge, center cluster gauges that I have to do. Got to replace the speakers at some point for the stereo. That's way down the line. New radio, that's way down the line. Yeah. But if I had to guess, I'm going to start probably with some of that. I'm going to start with the transmission and shifter stuff, because that I kind of know what I'm doing. So shifter stuff, get the drive shaft in, and the seals, do the seals, and then get the drive shaft in. Hang the exhaust. Work on this and the headlights. And at some point I'll flip the motor over and I'll work on that too. But at least there's stuff to do on this one. How are the shifter linkages on the WRX? And rubber. So, U-joint will go in. Front, I believe, or rear bushings. And then I still need to buy, it's like $25, but it's the pivot bushing. So I still need to get one of those before I can consider the whole shift job done. And I can either hook it onto the OG, like 20-year-old black cartboy shifter that's in it, which would be fine. But I bought a new one just because I don't trust shit that's that old. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff down here that is meant for the motor or the rad support. I've got the oil cooler warmer thing, an extra seal for that, even though it turns out I do not need to order that. We got the TGV deletes that I need to get powder coated, the intake that needs to get powder coated, then that stuff can start getting put back together. Once I get the gaskets that I need, which are going to be about another $100. Yeah, so that's about it. All right, well, gentlemen and ladies, if you're watching, thanks for hanging out. That was fun. We put the sandbar back together. We took the sandbar down. I pushed the sandbar 4 miles down the driveway, and then without any effort at all, managed to back this up and get this into the garage, put it up on jack stands, and now that my heart rate is somewhat normal and I have beer, I'm going to call it, because I'm totally not sweating under this hoodie at all. Y'all are awesome. Make sure you are subscribed so that you can watch me hate life a little more. Deuces.